Hello guys, welcome back, and this is the part 2 of today's session because we can't let Zeb go without hearing her beautiful voice and some of the songs that you guys had requested. Okay, people are joining in, and Tanvi, you are back. Yes, I'm just waiting for Zeb to join in. I was just in the process of saving the previous video. It took a little time for me to do that. Yeah, but I'm just waiting for her to join in. Okay, hey, I see a lot of people here. Shoptok is here, Gauri is here, Nosh Dot Art has joined in. I'm just waiting for Zeb to just join in so we can. So what are the songs that, any song requests that? Yes, the extra long session, actually there's so many and we can't leave her without, hearing her beautiful voice. Yeah. Okay, she's here. I'm just waiting for her to connect. Yeah, welcome back.
Hi.
I mean, it's a thing that we don't get to meet and talk, so I don't know how time just
I know.
flying away.
I just knew it. I knew we're both a couple of chatterboxes. I knew this was going to be.
And I have let me tell you, this is the first time this is episode 8. It's with you that it's extended. Completely extended. So I had a feeling that this is going to happen, but yeah, look at it. It has. So, however, we'll quickly kind of ask you to sing the song that you did with Shantanu. But I have a special request. If you can sing something which you are learning from Sami Saab, I mean, that's my personal thing, which we've not heard before. So, other than your popular songs, that's one of my requests. To keep it in your mind.
Okay, I'll keep it in my mind. Can I start with Chal Diye, because a lot of people have.
Yes, please do that. Please do that. Yeah.
ये हरियाली ये आसमां ये घटा मेरे राज़दां रात के पहलू में दिए तेरे लिए है बिछे तेरा हाथ थाम के लो हम भी चलते हम भी चल दे
It's a big mix of
Please. चारों तरफ फैली हुई आरज़ू दिल में छुपी आँखों में आए आस वही दिल में लिए इस आरज़ू में हम जिए तेरा हाथ थाम के लो हम भी चल दिए हम भी चल
And I'll just do the little last thing you're singing.
No, I'm done. I'm done. This was beautiful.
Oh my God.
Thank
But
you.
you are so beautiful. Yeah, you're singing so beautiful. It's one of my favorite songs. Yeah. And there was another antara, right?
Yeah, there is one. You want me to sing the other antara?
Yeah, of course, please. Yeah.
ठंडी धूप में एक आहलूं सर्द सी पैरों तले पाँव मेरा क्यों वो ही चलते जाए राहों पे तेरे लिए है बिछे तेरा हाथ थाम के लो हम भी चलते हम भी चलते
I love that. That I love the what you did with that.
That's such a beautiful part of the song. Yeah, it's really lovely.
ये हरकत अभी आप ले रही हो. You got
चलो कभी तो ली ना हरकत.
क्या बात है. Kamaal है. Very nice. Okay, great.
Okay,
that's a great start. So, what next?
Next, I'll maybe sing Roche because so many people have asked me for it.
Me too. I would like to hear that.
Yeah, and you had said that Roche is.
And how beautifully did you sing it? Yeah, I mean, the last concert that you did, that was
Turkish.
Yeah. Oh my God, the production! I mean, I can't believe that you were there, and he's in Pakistan, and you guys kind of did that. I mean, it sounds. I mean, I love the Coke Studio version, but I love this one. It was so nice.
Yeah, because I think that the song is really quite beautiful in and of itself, and sometimes it is true that sometimes a song can get over arranged and overproduced.
Right, very minimalistic production.
I think it's something about that particular production and the way Zen really gets Zen doesn't do a song unless he loves it. So he's like, he's one of those. I love him for it because वो बहुत बेइज्जती कर देता है. कहता है ये फजूल गा रहा है.
He was here. Is he here right now? He was there. In the last, Zen was there. I think he left. But, however, let's hear it.
Uzun ince bir yoldayım, gidiyorum gündüz gece Turham'a. Uzun ince bir yoldayım.
क्या बात है God, I have no words. It's so beautiful. And your lows are like divine, you know. The low notes that you're taking is so divine. I mean, I loved it. So, Zeb, just for the audience, just for their knowledge, can you tell the story behind this song? I mean, there's a story behind this song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's listen to it.
So the story is that I heard this song through some Kashmiri friends and students, and then I really heard an actual version of it from a Kashmiri, like a very guitar and voice version of it from this very well-known Kashmiri singer called Ali Safuddin. And I fell in love with it. And then the story behind this song is so brilliant because it's by a very famous poetess of Kashmir called Habba Khatun, and it's a song of Roshe Roshe kind of loosely means rute rute, but it means that when you leave someone and you don't tell them why you've left, and you silently leave, so basically she's written this song for her husband, who was the prince or of Kashmir, and he went to for some kind of, I think, muaida or something, to the center, and there he was incarcerated and killed, and he never came back. And so she, became very sad in his departure because they were newlyweds, and she became a poetess and a singer, and one of the biggest creative minds of Kashmir. And to date, her songs form the folklore ka jo main bed in Kashmiri culture. So I just felt there was so much longing and all in how she renders it. So even when I was composing little bits, because there's certain things, my version is a little different from the folk version. Right. So I was thinking of that, and to me, the way the notes were being, it was reminding me so much of Turkish music, which is why in the end I ended with a turku. Uzun ince bir yoldayım.
What is that? Tell me about it. The last bit that you
did. The last bit I kind of sang in kind of like a Turkish style, which you do all of this stuff very well. So
I'm very interested. And it was beautiful. You just nailed it. So I heard your version on Coke Studio, and you just nailed it. I'm so happy that you sang that, and with so much command, and you sound so authentic in it. It's beautiful. So I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah. So basically, this is a turku, a very, very famous kind of, spiritual, like the Turkish Sufi song, folk lore type of Sufi song, and it says uzun ince bir yoldayım, which is like I'm traveling on a long narrow path. Uh, I have been on it for a long time. Uzun ince, gidiyorum gündüz gece, and I'm on this, whether it's night or all I know, whether it's nighttime, I don't know whether it's nighttime or daytime. All I know is that I'm on this journey. Bilmiyorum ne haldayım. I don't know which hal I'm in. I'm just traveling. So I'm just on a long narrow path, and nothing else is, with no like searching. It's also a song of searching. So somehow like the sentiment of this song, and also some of the scale was working so well with this. So Tul Hamam means you've gone. So then I actually fused the two words, which means I'm on a long road, long narrow road. Tul Hama, you've gone. So I'm
beautiful.
Alone. So that's what this whole
beautiful
was about.
I mean, there's so much, and I'm reading a lot of Elif Shafak these days.
Yeah.
A lot of Turkey in my mind, and a lot of artists and the poets, and the social condition, and the feminist angle from her point of view. So, and there she follows Rumi's philosophy a lot, the Sufism of that. So I can see a lot of that sentiment in this bit also, where you might interpret the poetry in a much deeper way, which perhaps transcends the little physical essence of the things. However, such a beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
What are we going to hear next from you?
Okay. So I guess
Chup?
what I can. Chup, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I haven't even sung Chup in so long. I don't know which key to sing it from. I'm just gonna sing it without like any.
Yeah. Cool.
Chup, sunte sunte mera sabr to khatm hua. बस बातें बहुत हुई, अब तो प्यार का वक्त हुआ. तुम जानो ना मेरे दिल में है क्या ये लगन, मीठी सी अगन, चाहे क्या तेरी आंखें सताए मुझे, पास बुलाए, मुस्कुराहट मेरी बोले क्या, सोचो ना, मुस्कुराहट मेरी बोले क्या, सोचो ना. चुप
and the chup that you said, wow, that was like a shut up.
Like shut up, okay.
Oh, what an album that was. I mean, it's going to be my all-time favorite. That it explodes my mind when I hear.
Oh, thank you so much.
That one.
Actually, I want to sing one of the songs I haven't sung in a long time, since we're singing Chup songs. I'll sing Harsu, because we haven't sung that.
Please, I love that. Yeah, please.
हर सू है तू, मुझे तेरी आरज़ू, दिल पे मेरे राज तेरा क्यों ना एतबार मेरा करे तू। हर एक दिन आहा तेरे बिन आहा लेता हूँ मैं, गिन गिन के दिन ढले न रात बीते, जागे सोए मरते जीते, तरसूं तेरे लिए। लिख ली मैंने तेरी मेरी लो दास्तां, तू जो चाहे मैं दे दूं तुझको आसमां, हो न पाए कहीं तेरा मेरा मिलन, जानते भी न भूल पाऊं वो अगन जिसमें जल के राख हो गए थे दो बदन, मेरे टूटे दिल पे ढाना यूं से हर सू है तू, मुझे तेरी आरज़ू, दिल पे मेरे राज तेरा क्यों ना एतबार मेरा करे तू।
Wow, lovely. I love this one. Have you ever tried singing a jazz standard ever? I mean, I think you have.
No, I've never sung it. No.
Yeah, I think you must
I've never
try
sung
sometime.
anything in English. I feel very like.
No, but you have that, you know, that the whole of that blues thing is so nice. But you've incorporated it so beautiful in the song. I think you are going to sound amazing on jazz standard. Maybe sometimes you can.
Okay,
just
maybe you can give me some tips.
We'll do it like offline. Offline sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, Zeb, I also wanted to ask you about the amazing band Sandaraa and the music and how it happened, and tell me about it.
So I mean, like everything else, it just happened. Because you know, I was aware of Michael's music beforehand. A big fan of his, was introduced to his music by this gentleman that I just happened to make a friendship with on the airport in Dubai and
Really?
Abu Dhabi. Yeah, and you know, it was just, and he invited us over. He was so like lovely. He was a professor at NYU AD, and he invited us over for dinner. And so a bunch of us went, and he was really interested in the music we were doing. And he, you know, we told him about that we like klezmer, and so he gave this artist CD. And then one day I was in New York and I was speaking to a friend, and we needed to get someone else on a band for a quick gig, and it just turned out to be Michael. So I was literally like such a big fan of his album, and when we first performed on stage, it's like we knew that there was like something about our musical histories, or just I think it wasn't just our histories, but it was also like how we were looking at music, because he's also, you know, he's a very he's like a brilliant klezmer musician, but obviously he's trained in so many different styles. But like, you know, he really like takes like doing klezmer music is really like so much a part of how he interacts with music, and you know, he's done so much to put it on the map, let's say. And so like, you know, that was really nice. And so he was so not just sympathetic, but excited about the fact that I wanted to also sing in different languages, bring new musics. And he got this amazing band together in Brooklyn with like some
all brilliant musicians,
ridiculously talented musicians. I never thought that in my lifetime I would be playing with a band like that. But all of them just such amazing people on top of that. And you know, I learned so much about you know, how humility is such an important aspect, and curiosity is such an important aspect of being a good musician, because you know, to me they were some of the most accomplished people I'd ever met in this field, but they were so open and so willing to redo things, rethink things, you know. So it was, you know, the least amount of ego and the most amount of fun,
which is very, very important, I believe, because you know, one of the jazz musicians, I think, once we were performing in Europe, and he said that you need to have like an open mind.
Yeah.
If you want to fusion, you need to have an open mind. You can't be like, you know, and that's so important. It's a very simple thing, but the thing is, this ego actually has a lot of role to play, and where everybody's grown up, and every musician has their own opinion. So I think that's what I was referring to Sami Saab then, that also we need to kind of probably train ourselves also to listen and sing, which when we connect with musicians like that, then it's very organic, which probably happened with you with Michael and the band. So
yeah,
some of the
it was
great
amazing. And also मतलब you know, मुझे जो बात बड़ी अच्छी लगी थी शर्मिष्ठा, वो ये थी कि like, you know, in terms of मतलब in terms of skill or experience, मैं उनके सामने कुछ नहीं थी, but उन्होंने जिस तरह से मुझे मतलब they really encouraged me, you know. Sometimes I couldn't hit the notes right, sometimes I mean, it was such a beautiful environment, and that's when I realized that actually a good band can really support, you know, a well-meaning and good band can really support a singer, you know, because many a times there have been, I'm sure there's been, you know, I've had situations where the band has been supportive, and then there's been situations where I feel this is war, you know, like I got to make my space, or I may not mess up, otherwise, you know, like there was what was interesting to me was that the atmosphere that they created was so nurturing, despite the fact that they were so, you know, and that gives you so much encouragement as a singer, and it really pushes you to do your best.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you sing with the right people and the right environment, I think it's a process also. I mean, from the time you start and you connect to musicians, it's also kind of a self-discovery where you understand where you are growing most. And a comfortable environment gives you so much confidence. I think that adds to your art, because none of us know it all, right? We all learn, even if you are very well trained, say, in one particular genre, but singing on stage, singing with different musicians, singing with a particular instrument on stage is a very different ball game altogether. So you need to know, I mean, that, and people encourage, when they encourage the whole performance, and the moment the self-confidence comes within you, which I have kind of felt with Mikal a lot of times, you know, I had to probably you know, do a lot of things that I was not doing. I was not prepared to do, but it was a learning process. But there was definitely a confidence factor which came after I saw that I could, you know, sing like this in this environment. And there was not really the thing that you said, that I have also felt that competition thing that you said previously in my other, like, it was like sometimes it's nice and sometimes it's like a war going on, you know, like ये सोलो लेने का जो चक्कर है, like skill दिखाने का जो चक्कर है, इसमें बहुत म्यूजिक ना दबाई it gets destroyed, I feel. So these are all I mean, musical talks. But however, there was one song that got very famous with Sandaraa. Which one was that? I think it got a lot of
was it Fars Karo?
Yes, Fars Karo. Can you sing that? Would you like to? Yeah. And what beautiful poetry that was.
Yeah, it was Ibn Insha's poetry, and this was actually part of a repertoire that we made. It was original music. We actually composed Urdu poetry.
Wow.
So it was for the Chamber Music America का एक हम लोग को grant मिला था, and we made like a whole repertoire of Urdu original Sandaraa music. So फर्ज करो हम अहले वफा हूँ, फर्ज करो दीवाने हूँ, फर्ज करो ये दोनों बातें झूठी हों, अफसाने हों, फर्ज करो ये जी की विपता जी से जोड़ सुनाई हो, फर्ज करो अभी और हो इतनी आधी हमने सुनाई हो, फर्ज करो ये जोग बजोग का हमने ढोंग रचाया हो, फर्ज करो बस यही हकीकत बाकी सब कुछ माया हो, बाकी सब कुछ माया हो, फर्ज करो तुम्हें खुश करने के ढूंढे हमने बहाने हो, फर्ज करो ये नैन तुम्हारे सचमुच के मैं खाने हो, फर्ज करो ये रोग हो झूठा झूठी प्रीत हमारी हो, फर्ज करो इस प्रीत की रीत में सांस भी हम पे भारी हो, फर्ज करो ये जोग बजोग का हमने ढोंग रचाया हो, फर्ज करो बस यही हकीकत बाकी सब कुछ माया हो, बाकी सब कुछ माया हो.
Lovely. And
thank you. But you know, that's the thing, like with these songs, you can just tell that these songs were made with a band, you know, like there's so much of that song is actually the band as well. So much of what is the poetry and the thing is trying to express is also in the rhythm and the feel of the band. So that was also a very different feeling, because as you know, yahan pe, you know, in the subcontinent, people compose a song first and then फिर बाद में उसको एक बंदा arrange कर देता है. But like, this song was literally like created as a band, you know. बड़ा मजा आया.
Like everybody sat together and you had your own inputs or ऐसे.
So I mean, we had a general sense of the melody, but then we worked it out together. I mean, of course, like, you know, a lot of the ideas and all, we just work it together. We, like, you know, people bring in things, and then it becomes longer and longer, and isliye end mein there's like that little thumri ka piece which nobody had anticipated, you know.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's like, well, you know, it's different when it happens as a group, you know, versus.
And probably for them it's a different sound also. I mean, they must be very excited to hear these kind of stylings. But I can completely hear, because I've heard the song several times. I can completely imagine the band playing, and it's very different. It's very different because you usually don't get to hear Urdu poetry or anything in Hindi sung in that kind of a very authentic, you know. What should I say? What kind of music should I term it as? I don't know, really.
I don't know either.
it's fusion, but it's whatever it is. It's quite...
I don't know. We've tried so hard, कुछ समझ ही नहीं आती.
कुछ चीजें समझ ना भी आए तो सही है.
मतलब
हाँ. सुनने में तो अच्छा ही लग रहा है.
हाँ, सुनने में अच्छा.
Enjoying it, so it's good. So it's been quite an interesting journey. And tell me about your playbacks. What were your experiences in India, and both in singing OSTs and some very, very popular numbers either side of the border?
So it was great. It's great. I mean, you know very well. It's you know, it's a very different experience. Yeah. You just go in for like a couple of hours. You're given a song and, you know, given a situation. Sometimes the director will be present, and, you know, sometimes the actress is present, and so it's a very, you know, it's a very different situation, because it is about. I think it's more an acting job to me. I look at it as like more about like role playing. Than like, and that's the interesting thing, is that you have to play a role, but again, like you said, bring your voice and your interpretation of that role. So I find it really exciting. It's also very challenging, right? Because you know कि वही 2 घंटे हैं और इसमें ये करना है.
Right.
It has to sound right, and
it's
not like your
boundaries.
It's not like your buddy. You'll be like, "Isko sunao, I don't like how I did this. I'll do it again. I'm gonna go."
Yeah.
It's not like that, right?
No, baby, it's not
like
gonna
make or break.
Do it fast.
Yeah, it's fast. Come in, go on.
Yeah, like that. But yeah, but as I'm just asking for an opinion. There are a lot of singers who stick by a particular genre, right? कि semi classical गाना है या फिर ghazal गाना है या फिर this, and somebody like you who've attempted many different genres, which I also try and do. What do you think? Do you personally believe that one should attempt everything, and or should eventually identify a genre and stick to it?
I think it's entirely up to you. I've met people for whom like doing one thing and one thing well is so important, and that can be, I mean, actually in the West, when you look at bands or singers, it really is one thing. If you think about it, they have a voice, they have an idea, they have a sound, and I would say mostly they stick to that, that even that persona. There's very few people who keep reinventing themselves and keep reinventing themselves. But like I feel like whatever floats your boat. I mean, if you feel that you want to continue doing different things, so I find it very enriching, different feel, because I actually love different kinds of music. So I like pop music, I like film music, I like classical music. So for me, I feel like this is the time that I can actually, I feel very lucky to be able to participate in all these different worlds, because they are not just like different musics, they're different worlds. The characters in them are so different. The situations are so different. What you learn is so different. I think I gain a lot from it, but I think maybe other people might have other ideas about how they want to set things up. And I think another thing that I've been very lucky with is that despite having started having an ustad and all, he's never stopped me or looked down upon my work. So that has been a real support, which is very unusual for teachers, in that world. Usually they're like, they either don't want to know about it, or if they know about it, they deal with it with a little bit of scorn. But my ustad's not like that. So he says, now, okay, now's your time. Like, do what you want to do, like, that kind of thing.
But that's wonderful. Sami Saab, I think he's been a wonderful influence in your life. Also, apart from being your teacher, I mean, as a mentor, sometimes even, you get very inspired spiritually by your teachers, the way they think and the way they encourage you. I think he has a very modern way of looking at things, although he's very traditional in his...
It's so fun. That you hit the nail on the head. I mean, actually, I think someone in Delhi once said to me, he was a professor at one of the universities in Delhi, and he was doing a lot of research on Buddha's sayings and all. And he was saying, ancient is the new modern. If we really want to understand what modernity is, we'll have to go back before all of this and get back to our ancient roots. And when I see when I look at Sami Saab, he is one of those people who is like unmarred by modernity, and because of that, he's so modern and open-minded. And
that's amazing, no? It's so amazing. This blend of modernity and something which is very traditional, and we don't get people like this anymore. I mean, this it's a rare what should I say, tribe of people. I mean, more like that. So I think you are very fortunate that way. So next, what do you want to sing? I mean,
so I guess I'll sing Suha Saha, because people have been wanting Suha Saha.
Yes, let's do that.
मैंने सुहासा ले जाना खोए की मीठी मीठी खेती में खेलन हो तो से सुहासा नींदन में वो खाना हो संगी साथी हम सुने थारे हो ना हो सुहासा अम्मा का रहना कारी कारी कोला सिरेना निंदी तोला तोला सिनेना तारों का बिछोना चैन से सोना रहना कारी कारी कोला सिरेना निंदी तोला तोला सिनेना तारों का बिछोना चैन से सोना गोटा गोटा गुदड़ी में घूमेगा घामेगा सुहासा मैना ने ले जाना हो तोता बोले पेड़ों पे पेड़ से पूरी से सुहासा नींदन में वो खाना ओ संगी साथी हम सुने थारे हो ना हो सुहासा अम्मा का सुहासा अम्मा का सुहासा अम्मा का
Beautiful. Wow. This is so lovely, yaar. Kamal hai. This is so good. So good.
Thank you, and thank you to A.R. Rahman Saab for creating it. It's so beautiful.
This is one great song, and this another song that you sang in Fitur. Yeah. Sing
Which
that.
one? Which one? This two I sang, Hamiya's two, and then I sang Hone Do Battiyan.
Hone Do Battiyan is lovely. I love that. Actually, sing both if you want.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go. Then I shall leave you.
Okay. Chutti for today.
हाँ, छुट्टी में. I'm trying to figure out the scale. कुछ याद नहीं. हाँ, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बत्तियाँ, कोने में दिल के प्यार पड़ा है तन्हा, तन्हा दिलों के दिल से होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बत्तियाँ, कोने में सीने में दिल के धड़के दिल तन्हा, तन्हा दिलों के दिल से होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें. रात के दर पे कब से खड़ी है भीनी भीनी सुबह, खोलो झरों के फिजा है बेनूर, संग बातों से बनती है बातें, बोलो हाँ, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बत्तियाँ, कोने में दिल के प्यार पड़ा है तन्हा, तन्हा, दिलों के दिल से होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें, होने दो बत्तियाँ, होने दो बातें.
Oh, lovely. My God, this is my favorite. I love this, and how beautifully you sang, yeah. How do you sing every time? This is the same, you know, like the piece. एकदम लगता है कि सब everything is gone now, far away, and there's so much peace in your voice.
ये आप जो है ना, ये आप ये ऐसे बातें इसलिए करें क्योंकि you yourself are a beautiful singer. I have to say that my husband is like a die-hard fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know your Bhim Palasi, like he's constantly like he's even learnt it on the guitar. I'll tell him to
really?
send
How
it to you.
lovely.
Yeah, because he's so inspired by your rendition of it.
Yeah,
so.
I think Zen had shared one of the. I keep doing the small versions, and I think he wrote the. If you have any more of these kind of renditions, just post it. To which I said that I'll do it, but I haven't done, so I must apologize. But it's so nice. Lots of thanks to him.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the last one.
Okay.
किनारे हम बाद में गाएंगे. अभी आप हम सुनते हैं ज़ेब को. So we'll do that later.
Shall I sing a song of kind of hope that we did? Dadra, Kal To Suraj Nikle.
Of course, that's my favorite too. Please do that. That's my favorite. Oh my God, I love that song. And I think it's very, very, it goes with the times that we're going through as well.
And actually, a lot of the inspiration for this song came from like Bangla music.
Really?
I don't know this. Yeah, the tune like that kind.
Ah, I think you should sing a time.
I would.
I really think you should do that. Yeah.
कल तो सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी, कल तो सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी, कल तो सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी, ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी, सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी, ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी, हम सारे थके मांदे जब काम से वापस आते हैं, अपने घर वालों के चेहरे देख के चुप हो जाते हैं, आँखों पे खौफ का पहरा है और दिल टूटा टूटा सा है, तुम इतने ना उम्मीद ना हो, हम उनको ये समझाते हैं, ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी, ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी। चश्मे दरिया से निकलते हैं, बाहों में फूल भी खिलते हैं। हर रात सितारे छुप छुप कर कानों में तुम्हारे कहते हैं। Sorry, I'm forgetting the words. Sorry, I'm forgetting the words.
Just sing, hum it.
La 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 ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी। ये दुनिया सोनी सोनी
nice
जगमग जगमग हो जाएगी। कल तो सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी। कल तो सूरज निकलेगा, कल तो रोशनी आएगी।
Lovely. Oh my God, this is so nice, Zeb. Thank you so much. Lots of love.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor and
it's
a privilege
my honor
to be with you.
Yes.
So let's do this more often, even after.
Yes, let's do this more often. And big hug. I can't hug you right now, but sending lots of it.
Yeah.
See you very soon. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.